My name is Tony Bell, and I am applying for an instructor position with Verbling. And here is a sample of a teaching video that I did. In this video, I will be teaching my students about the vertebrae. It is part of an orientation video I created for my master's program at the University of Southern California.
Everyone has 24 vertebrae. Actually, all mammals have 24 vertebrae. Whether you're a human or whether you're an elephant or a camel, you have 24 vertebrae. Of course, elephants and camels have much larger vertebrae. So I have Liz here, and the first set of vertebrae are the cervical vertebrae, 1 through 7. And if everyone can just reach behind back, if you feel that lump, that is where your cervical vertebrae number 7 is. And we usually abbreviate that by saying, right here, that's C7, right? Now, right up here, you can't feel the two vertebrae that are closest to your skull. And those two vertebrae are called the atlas and the axis. And in order to remember that, the atlas is the first one, and you know about the Roman god who held up the world? So we consider our head the world, so that atlas holds up the world. And then the next vertebrae after that is called the axis, and that's very unique because this enables us to turn our head from left to right, gives it that pivot motion. Okay? Now our second set of vertebrae are thoracic vertebrae, and we actually have 12 of those. And you could always feel the articulation here. If you run your hands down your back, you can feel where these bones are. And every vertebrae has processes. Now, there are various types of processes within your body. And a process is any type of bony protrusion that muscle attaches to. And it actually becomes a process because the stress on the muscle pulling that bone makes it protrude. So whenever you see a process in a book related to a bone, just know that muscle attaches to that. Okay? Now, what's unique about our thoracic vertebrae is that our ribs attach there. So I'm going to give you this other handout right here. And if you look on the bottom here, it shows a full thoracic vertebrae. Okay? And if you look at P on the bottom, it says transverse facet. Okay? Can everyone see that? You can talk. Yes, okay. Okay. Every single one of the thoracic vertebrae has one of these facets. Now, have you heard of the word facet before in various contexts?
Yes.
And if so, in what context?
Different aspects of things.
Okay. But one thing that comes to mind is diamonds. So your diamond has facets, okay? Well, in the case of the body, a facet is a place where a bone attaches to a bone, okay? So the transverse vertebrae are unique because this is where your ribs attach to your vertebrae here. And of course, they wrap around. Okay. You want to turn to see? You do see. So they wrap around. So you bring your hands around here, and you can feel your vertebrae coming up, and it goes all the way up to your sternum. Okay? And our third set of vertebrae are your lumbar vertebrae.